Hello, Mr. Alatorre. This is Michelle Lawson, and this is my demonstration speech on how to make my homemade guacamole. I'm doing this speech for ASU BB. Thank you.
You look nervous.
You're fine.
Hi, my name is Michelle Lawson, and tonight I'm going to demonstrate to you how I make my homemade guacamole. First thing I do is start with the freshest vegetables I can find, and when I pick my avocados, I want them to be just a little bit green and purple and kind of smushy when you touch them. They just smush in just a little bit. And then I want to pick a really red tomato, nice and ripe, and I cut that up into chunks to put in with the avocados. I also use white onions, and when I do my white onions, I dice them up, and I like to use my little machine here because it dices them nice and neat, and you don't end up crying because you're cutting up the onions. They come out nice and neat for you. The other thing I use is fresh cilantro, and when I do that, I just pick a little bit off of it like this, and I snip it up with my scissors. Want little small pieces. Get it all together. And then we have our avocados, of course. And when I start mixing it, I start with my onions, my tomatoes, and I will mix those up together. And then another thing I like to do is add just a little bit of olive oil to coat the vegetables, and that keeps the vegetables from soaking in with the avocados. That way you end up with plump chunks of tomato instead of mushy tomatoes. And then I add my own secret blend of herbs and spices. I won't tell you what that is because then you'd be able to make my guacamole by yourself. I also take half a lime, squeeze the juice out of it into my vegetable mixture like that, and add just a little bit of mayonnaise. I prefer using mayonnaise with olive oil. You may not. It just tastes better that way to me. And I mix this up really good and make kind of a paste out of it. And you start smelling the flavors mixing together as you mix all this up. And then you see you come out with this red, orange, gooey mixture, and that's the base for my guacamole dip. And then I start adding my avocados, which I have cut in half and scooped out of their shells. And then I mashed it with a potato masher. And I scrape all this into the bowl with the vegetable mixture. Add my little bit of cilantro. Mix it all up really, really good, like this. And make a little bit of a mess while you're doing it. Get it all mixed up real good, and when you get done, there it is, my guacamole, homemade, all by me. Thank you.
Yay.
Yay.